So today we're going to look at how to configure safety stop alerts for a customer in the NetIrrigate website. This guide assumes that you're familiar with how to set up irrigation sites and customers. If you're not already familiar with this, please view the previous screencasts. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is navigate to www.netirrigate.com in our browser. And then as usual, we want to select Login. Enter our login credentials. And then this brings us to the page of our customers, a list of our current customers. So the first thing we want to do is select the correct customer and irrigation site. So there's two ways to select the customer. We can click the drop-down menu and find them in that, or we can check Select next to the customer's name in the table below. Once the correct customer is selected, we want to go ahead and make sure that the appropriate rate plan is enabled for Pivot Safety Stop alerts. So to do this, we want to select irrigation sites from the top menu to view this customer's irrigation sites, and then select the appropriate site from the drop-down menu on this page. That brings us to the details page about this site. We want to go ahead and select associated rate plans to confirm that the appropriate rate plan is enabled. On this page, we're looking for the rate plan PIV-NetB11. This is the rate plan that enables Pivot Safety Stop alerts. As we can see, that's there. If it's not, we want to go ahead and add it. We can see that it is already there. So now we want to configure the alert notifications for Pivot Safety Stops. To do this, we want to make sure that the correct customer and site are selected from the drop-down menus, and then select the Notifications tab from the top menu. This brings up a page allowing us to select the correct rate plan. So if we just made sure that PIV-NetB11 is added to this site, so we want to select that from the drop-down menu. And then, as you can see, this brings up the page with the alerts that we can send in the event of a Pivot Safety Stop. As you can see, it's very similar to the page for span cable theft notifications. However, there are actually three messages that we can send with this specific rate plan. One is we can send a message when the pivot goes online. We can send a message when the pivot is running normally. And most importantly, we can send a message when the pivot encounters a safety stop. So what we want to first do is select the appropriate recipient from the drop-down menu. And we should, in those drop-down menus, we should see a list of all of the contacts that are in the customer's address book. If we don't see the recipient that we're looking for, you can select the Customers tab at the top and click the Address Book section and add them as a notification recipient. This is covered in the previous screencast if you're not familiar with how to do this. And then we just want to add the selected notification recipient to the specific alert by clicking Add Selected Notification Recipient. And then just repeat this step for every recipient that we would like to receive messages, and for each message that we would like to be sent out. So if you'd like to receive a message when your pivot is online, we want to make sure to add subscribers to that notification. If you do not want to receive any alerts about certain events, for example, if you don't want to receive an alert when the pivot is online or running normally, you can just leave those blank.